They drew first blood, not me.
So, 80s fans, you think you've seen it all?
It wasn't my war!
Okay, Rambo, get a load of this. It's I Love the 80s 3D, and this is 1982.
Believe it or not.
The flicks, the fashions, the trends, the tunes, the TV.
This is the new $25,000 pyramid.
Coming at you in psychedelic 3D.
What?
A totally awesome year that gave us these burning questions. What was Ray Don Chong really doing in Quest for Fire?
She talked about to make fire because they wouldn't stop humping her.
Can anyone understand what the hell Rambo's talking about?
Unless they've been there.
He's upset.
And did you mortgage the house for your VCR?
I don't remember what it cost. I just remember my dad basically said it cost more than you. Break that thing, swear to God I'll leave you on the street corner.
The answers to those questions, plus the unnerving aspects of cats.
They would go around the theater and touch you and stuff.
That is creepy. I found that creepy. I didn't want it to happen to me.
Because you love the 80s. Because you're still raving about the effects in Tron. Admit it. This is 1982 3D. Hurtling straight toward your face.
I love the 80s.
3D.
I love the 80s. I love the 80s.
3D.
Quest for Fire was an excuse for a bunch of stinking mimes to dress up like monkeys and put it on film like it's an actual movie.
It was about a prehistoric gang who just roams for months and months, just trying to bum a light off someone.
Wait a minute. They were looking for fire, right?
I don't think they talked once during the whole movie.
It was essentially a kind of bastardized French.
My favorite scene from Quest for Fire was when one guy, he goes, and the other guy goes, That was great.
We pick up Ray Don Chong, and it's her tribe that has the secret to making fire.
Ray Don Chong.
She's the reason to see Quest for Fire.
Just basically covered in mud. Ah.
She got naked. It just distracted me from the plot.
I was really looking at it more from an anthropological point of view than to see Ray Don Chong's tatas.
She was getting humped in that movie. That was delicious.
There wasn't a whole lot of foreplay. It was like, yeah, I hope you're comfortable because you're going to be here for at least 30 seconds.
My man just ran up on her and got it.
Throughout the whole movie, they are humping Ray Don Chong and trying to keep this fire lit.
There's something about you, girl.
She finally got tired of getting humped. She said, wait a damn minute. Hold up. She talked about to make fire because they wouldn't stop humping her. She wanted to take a break. Excuse me, can you quit raping me, please? I'll show you how to do this.
I love 80s.
I remember my father came home one day with like this huge, massive piece of equipment. It was a VCR.
Oh, this is heavy.
The monolith of information that would control men's thoughts for decades.
I just got one last week.
Prices of VCRs dropped nearly $1,000 and sales climbed steadily.
The first VCR in '82 cost about $12,000.
I don't remember what it cost. I just remember my dad basically said it cost more than you. Break that thing, swear to God I'll leave you on the street corner.
This time I mean it.
This is one of the earliest VCRs. It's coal firing, steam induction engine.
Of course, the fake walnut coating made it just blend seamlessly in with the rest of your furniture.
Wow, you can almost smell the cedar. What are you doing, Grandpa? I'm whittling myself a VCR.
Some of the early VCRs came with a remote control that was on a wire.
Not so remote, is it?
Just saved you like an extra 3 or 4 feet. That's when you know America's lazy.
And that light was always blinking. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
And you had to make one of the most important decisions of your life. VHS or Beta. I like the picture quality here. I like the size of the tape. I like the company behind it. I'm going Beta. Bad idea. There wasn't a lot of porn available on Beta, as I recall, as a 12-year-old.
Who said I gotta have my porn? Give me the machine that can play that.
Before the VCR, families had to go out to a theater to watch porn, but now they could watch it at home together.
It made millions of people happy.
Okay, pop music, let's go. Anyone here like the Human League?
The Human League, Don't You Want Me? Great pop song.
I love that, actually. I like that song. Don't you want me?
The song is initially sung by a man, presumably a restaurant manager, who has hired this woman as a cocktail waitress.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you.
You know, I picked you out, I shook you up, I turned you around, I turned you into something new.
He was saying one thing to her, and she was like,
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
that much is true.
That much is true. Sir, I will grant you that.
No, just up to that. Everything else...
The rest of your allegations, I deny.
But now I think it's time I live my life on my own. I guess it's just what I must do. Don't you want me?
Don't you want me?
I mean, don't you want me at all?
Where is this coming from?
Forget it.
I thought things were fine.
Yeah.
I thought things were fine.
You change your mind.
You better change it back or we will both be sorry.
Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh.
Good song. Good song. Good times.
On Broadway, the hottest, most talked about musical in years is about to open.
I was in love with the musical Cats.
T.S. Eliot's book of Practical Cats was taken by Andrew Lloyd Webber and turned into a musical.
26 performers, all dressed as cats, cavorting around the stage in a 2.5-hour extravaganza.
Didn't it run for like 30 years or something?
It was a hot ticket. It was the show to see.
I was like, this is theater?
They look just like cats, but they're people.
I had house seats. I was sitting there. I was like a guest of someone's. I couldn't leave. It was like Chinese water torture.
And the songs are horrible. Jellicle cats, for jellicle cats. They say jellicle cats like 1,000 times.
What is this about? No. I mean, seriously.
When you go to see Cats, you ran the risk of the cats coming into the audience and touching you. I had one lay in my lap.
You could be sitting just in your chair, and then suddenly there was a cat right there.
Hello, we're cats. Ooh.
And then they would go around the theater and touch you and stuff. The touching part always made me uncomfortable.
That is creepy. I found that creepy. I didn't want it to happen to me. I sat in my chair the whole time like, don't come near me.
Moonlight by the edge of my rooftop. I know what happiness is.
Every little jerk in school was singing that song. Every little ingenue, every little theater girl.
So profound. That cat is going through something, and she has the wherewithal to share it.
I understood cats after that. Actually bought me a couple.
Coming up, BMX bikes make death more fun than ever.
That was the best part of the invention of BMX, was watching your dumbass friends go, watch where I can jump, and then just one wheel nailing it into a wall. Just
And geeks around the world celebrate Tron.
When it came out, everyone was freaking out about the special effects.
Next on I Love the 80s 3D, 1982. But first, movies that should have been made in 3D.
Hey, 3D fans! Weird Al Yankovic here, practically jumping out of the TV and into your living room with the movies that should have been made in 3D for 1982. Annie. Can't you just imagine Annie's giant red afro in 3D? Leaping lizards! Conan the Barbarian. When the future governor of California goes bowling with decapitated human heads. Hey, come on! Who wouldn't want to see that in 3D? And of course, Gandhi. This movie was just begging to be made in 3D. Watch out! There's Mr. Passive Resistance coming at ya! And there you have it, the movie that should have been made in 3D for 1982. Because 2 dimensions just aren't enough.
3D!
Paula Abdul here bringing you the teen idols who covered your bedroom walls back in 1982. Ricky Schroeder. I'll take a spoonful of Ricky. Duran Duran. Hot, hot. And daytime dreamboat, John Stamos. Those were the teen idols of 1982. How can I judge? It's just the way that I love them. That's right.
I love the 3D.
Tron. I went to a birthday party where we saw Tron. Kind of just freaked me out. I didn't know what was going on.
It doesn't matter. Prepare to terminate.
Tron was the first movie with computer-generated graphics as a major part of the film.
When it came out, everyone was freaking out about the special effects.
Tron was like a movie where this computer guy got sucked into the world of computers. It was like the original Matrix.
Was Tron the enemy? Who was Tron? Where's that Khan?
Tron is about a trippy stoner hacker guy who has not taken any drugs. Keep that in mind. He's not taking any drugs whatsoever. He goes inside his computer, man, and he fights programs and stuff.
Oh man, this isn't happening at all. He thinks it's happening.
Science! I believe the main guy was Jeff Bridges. That's all I remember. It was very dark, and there was a lot of racing on cyber motorcycles, and very disturbing.
Was Sting involved? Was that dude?
Tron was like riding a ride at Disneyland where your jeans start glowing. It was like the whole thing seemed like it was in black light.
Well, you guys know what it's like. You just keep doing what it looks like you're supposed to be doing, no matter how crazy it seems.
People get stuck inside a computer, and they had to compete in some kind of deadly game that was kind of like Highlight, except on a grid with roller skates.
Probably the only time the sport of Highlight has been featured in a movie.
That is a really overlooked sport.
Finish the game! No!
As soon as I watched the movie, I thought, that has to be a video game. We have to have light cycles.
I think the video game to Tron is way better than the movie.
I saw the movie once, played the video games maybe 100 times.
Tron was cool because it was the first time you had like the video game with the movie. I think, now every movie that comes out has a video game to go along with it.
That was like a sideways video game.
Yeah, the sideways video game.
Get to the vineyard. 5 minutes and don't be a loser.
I love 80.
Yes, they looked like normal ski gloves, but when it got cold, they got freaky.
Oh, Freezy Freakies! I love Freezy Freakies.
Oh my god, where'd you get these? I love my Freezy Freakies.
Yeah, if you didn't have Freezy Freakies, you'd get your ass kicked. If you were one of these sorry sons of bitches who had like their grandma's knitted mittens, you're in trouble.
Freezy Freakies were these gloves that reacted to cold, so these imaginary things would come out of them when you went outside.
I have here a cup of ice cubes. Oh my god, instantaneous.
She's got pop-ups, and her shirt's now green. I'm freaking out, man. I'm frozen and I'm freaking.
And you're thinking, oh, it's just the moisture. We'll see. No, it's the cold.
They're normal now, but watch out.
You're as cold as ice.
There are lots of fun designs to choose from, and they come out in the cold like magic.
No one believed me when I said that the Virgin Mary appeared on the back of my hand.
Say you've got an agenda, right? So you're just wearing these to 6th grade or something, and you're like, hey, Bill, why don't you come in the bathroom? I want to show you something. And you pour the cold water on your swastika.
These things definitely cause cancer. There's definitely a study that's going to be done. There was something in the freezy. The freaky was fine, which is weird. But the freezy, that really f***ed him. Lose your hands right off at the wrist.
Nothing's more awesome than Toto.
All I wanna do when I wake up in the morning is see your eyes. Rosanna, Rosanna. Never thought that a girl like you would ever care for me. Rosanna.
Toto's song Rosanna was an ode to the guitarist's relationship with actress Rosanna Arquette.
Rosanna Arquette, probably one of the hottest actresses of the 80s, of all time, was going out with the dude from Toto.
Meet you all the way, Rosanna, yeah.
I'll meet you all the way, Rosanna, yeah. You know you're getting laid when you write a song about a girl. You know what I'm saying? How impressive is that?
In this case, I think he chose the right Arquette because it really wouldn't work with Patricia, Patricia.
I made a song called David.
Oh, David, oh, David. Rosanna is actually living proof that you better keep your song on the charts at all times because as soon as that thing dropped off the charts, she dumped his ass.
To the max.
Yes. I was so into BMX bikes.
Every kid wanted a BMX bike.
BMX bikes were to kids what BMWs are to adults. If you didn't have one, you're a punk.
I myself never got to have a BMX bike.
I got the Sears bike. Lame. Sorry.
You just ride. You just try to look real cool. Look at me!
Most kids would try and do one trick and just bust their ass.
I tried to do a wheelie.
Look, I'm doing a wheelie!
And I slipped off and I cut my knee.
You fell on your ass like a billion times.
Gushing blood everywhere.
Awesome!
That was the best part of the invention of BMX, was watching your dumbass friends go, watch where I can jump, and then just one wheel nailing it into a wall. Just doosh.
The idea of even thinking about doing that now makes my scrotum go up into my body.
Asphalt and skin are not a good combination.
I broke my collarbone. My butt is permanently flat because of my BMX bike.
You're gonna lose some teeth, and you're gonna look like Leon Spinks for a while.
We didn't care. We had BMX bikes when we were getting air. That's all we needed.
Somebody put me together. I love you.
Coming up, the simple pleasures of the mall.
Cramming down a couple of Orange Julius's and then hanging out and playing tail gunner until you had vertigo.
Then Rambo goes on a rampage.
He ends up taking out the whole sheriff's department. He kills everybody with like twigs, flying ants, anything he can get hold of, a leaf.
Next on I Love the 80s 3D, 1982. But first,
Chuck Woolery here with the best on-screen hookup of 1982. Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange in Tootsie. Now, when a couple is attempting to make a love connection, there are countless obstacles they may face along the way. For instance, one person may snore, the other person may be too controlling, but finding out your significant other is a cross-dresser, that could be a deal breaker, but not for these two. It's a good thing Jessica didn't take the audience's advice and pick one of the men wearing pants. There you have it. Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange, the best on-screen hookup of 1982. And we'll see you in 2 and 2.
I love the 80s.
Hello, darling. Elvira here with the biggest boobs of 1982. Now, hold on. Just get your mind out of the gutter and your eyes off my chest. I ain't talking about these boobs. I'm talking about Larry Walters. Now, in July 1982, Larry tied 42 helium balloons to a lawn chair and tried to fly. He actually made it up to 16,000 feet before he got scared, popped a few balloons, and landed on some power lines. Now, I am not 100% sure, but I think commercial flight already existed back then, you know, Larry. Safer, cheaper, definitely less stupid. Trust me. I mean, I know a few things about balloons. Well, here's to you, Larry Walters, the biggest boob of 1982. And I'm an expert.
The 80s is when the mall was invented, and what a concept. You could go to one giant building where all your hopes and dreams could come true.
It was a cultural marketplace where, you know, deep philosophical thoughts were exchanged, and that's where the Valley Girl came from.
Everybody hung out in the mall in the 80s because you had nothing else to do.
I totally hung out at the mall. I lived at the mall.
I love the mall. I mean, we would get ready for hours to go to the mall.
My friend Lisa and I used to go to the mall and we'd steal everything from clothes to Christmas tree ornaments.
No more roller rinks. Let's go to a mall and hang out in the arcade.
Cramming down a couple of orange Julius's and then hanging out and playing tail gunner until you had vertigo. Couldn't even ride in the back of the station wagon without barfing all the way home.
We stole vodka.
The food court in the mall is the equivalent to the church in, early 1900s. It was the centerpiece of the entire village.
Specifically, it started at Orange Julius and then spread outward from there.
You could go anywhere you want. There's cookies over here. There's Chinese over there. There's Philly cheesesteaks over here.
One time I walked out with a plant.
How much have you spent so far? Got $1,500.
There were two really cool places to go in the mall. One was Benetton. One was The Limited.
Shop for a spree in Ocean Pacific.
Desking was like the place because you got parachute pants and shirts that had all the snaps on them.
I stole a belt from my dad.
Spencer Gifts, I guess, would have been the cool place for guys to go. Because you could go and look at blacklight posters of half-naked chicks riding unicorns. At the same time, you could buy fart spray.
You had mall cops around there, sort of guarding the Auntie Anne's pretzel store.
There were mall fashions, there were mall movies, mall hair.
And maybe even taking a show. Tiffany might show up.
Nothing makes a girl happier than a mall.
Yeah, the mall. Man, I can't believe I'm copping to this. I'm so
Oh my God, Bow Wow Wow, I love that.
When I Want Candy came out, that song was such a huge hit.
I want candy.
I want candy. I was just naive enough to believe that when they're singing like I want candy, I really believed it was like I want a Snickers.
Is that another one of those times where candy means something else?
It's a euphemism.
Does it mean like cocaine?
I don't know. Is it sexual? Basically, what candy translates into is sex. Yeah.
I actually thought it was about candy sticks in the sand that I was dancing around.
Oh, that's what we told you.
She was 15, come on. What do 15-year-olds want?
She was 15, singing about booty.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. It starts with RNs and Kelly.
Easy.
In 1982, the fashion world had a brainwave. Let's take our inspiration from aerobics classes. So you had headbands and mesh tops.
Guys wore this.
I had lots of mesh tops.
Straight guys.
Hot.
Not a good look.
Guido guys would wear this and a wife beater underneath it.
I wasn't really wearing the mesh top. I had enough problems in my life.
Mesh tops were profoundly ugly. Looking back, you go, what? Why would anybody ever wear a holy shirt?
It's not just a shirt. I can also catch fish with it.
I
think that guys would wear them so that they could sort of tell women that they worked out without actually having to say it.
Check out these guns. Let's get physical.
In the 80s, people wore a lot of headbands because they were sweaty from all the cocaine that they were doing.
Woohoo! The headbands thing, that was just vile.
It makes you feel like a big neon gay samurai.
I did wear headbands a little bit, especially when I would work out at home in front of my mirror. You can wear it this way, John McEnroe style, or you can wear it this way.
I had it right here so my bangs could flop over it.
Guys wore them jogging or playing tennis or just hitting the clubs.
Because I'm a ninja.
If you're not working out and you're not dancing, then you kind of look dorky.
You had the headband, the mesh top, the Made in the Shade.
So hot.
Barf me out. This is the new $25,000 pyramid.
The woman, the singer with the...
Lena Horne.
No.
Pearl Bailey.
No, the one with the huge...
Dolly Parton. Yes.
Oh my God, the Pyramid Show. That is why I wanted to be an actor. So I could be on $25,000 Pyramid.
Today's special guest from The Fall Guy, Marky Post, and from Three's Company, Richard Klein.
Celebrities and contestants lead each other into the answer.
Cluck, 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 chicken. Right.
It really depended on the celebrity. The celebrity was key. Billy Crystal was a great player.
And this is the horse's hair on the back of his neck?
His name.
Right.
You got it. Ladies, let's go to the winner's circle.
The winner's circle was the final round.
The contestant is listening to clues that describe a category.
Sleep. You nap.
Things you do when you're tired.
You make love.
Things you do in bed.
Bling. Blink. Condoms.
Things used to fix Donald Trump's hair.
Blink. Blink. Rufinol.
Things a garbage can might say.
Rufinol. Blink.
Things you bring on a date.
It was very rare that somebody would actually win the $25,000.
I hated how Dick Clark would talk to the loser.
He would go over to the contestants after they lost, just basically to rub their noses in it.
Crackers, cereal, Ajax.
Here's the one thing you could have said, and you'd be rich. But instead, you're not, and I am.
Okay, Dick, it's real easy for you because you had the answer a week ago at the staff meeting.
This was not fun.
No.
Coming up, Epcot explores the limits of high-tech boredom.
I was so excited to go because it was like this futuristic place, and it was the most boring place I ever been to in my life.
Plus, the great Tylenol freak-out.
It was like crazy. Everybody just started throwing out their Tylenol. I ain't taking this.
Next on I Love the 80s 3D, 1982. But first...
Hi, I'm Alan Thicke, a hot pop from the past, bringing you the smoking moms of 1982. Meredith Baxter Burney, Michael J. Fox's Foxy Mom. Ms. Pac-Man, give us all Pac-Man fever. And Isabel Sanford, I get wheezy just thinking about her. Those are the hot moms of 1982, and that tells you where their daughters got it from.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel Lewis, here to school you on the pop culture term of 1982. Gag me with the spoon, a phrase. This term was introduced by a sect known as the Valley Girls that originated in Southern California. Often used as a response to seeing or hearing something disagreeable. For example, like, oh my God, did you see Jenny's new haircut? Like totally gagged me with the spoon. That was a pop culture term of 1982. Like totally, man.
With all the pomp and pageantry that's become a Disney trademark, Epcot, the experimental planned community of tomorrow, became a reality at 9 o'clock this morning.
I loved Epcot Center. It changed my whole view of science class from then on out.
Is it cool? Like, what is it? It's everything that geeks love.
Epcot was Walt Disney's vision of this perfect future.
A little too much learning, Walt, you know?
Figment is the time-traveling dragon, but he's still teaching me too much.
It was kind of like a propaganda science project.
I was so excited to go because it was like this futuristic place, and it was the most boring place I've ever been to in my life.
The whole time we were there, I was just asking when we were going to go to Space Mountain.
It has the big silver sphere thing that looks like a golf ball.
You walk in and you're like, geez, that's the world's biggest golf ball. Cool. I don't know why it's cool, but it is cool.
Epcot also includes the World Showcase Pavilions, representing 9 countries, complete with authentic buildings, native costumes, and food.
Epcot Center was like the whole world in 1 square mile.
I got each of these little country themes.
Who needs Europe anymore? It's right there on one street.
Here's why Epcot's good. They serve booze. There's no booze at Magic Kingdom. No, it's dry. You can go to Epcot, get hammered, and go back to Magic Kingdom and really enjoy Space Mountain.
I am happy and honored to have with us one of the great entertainers of our time, Victor!
I loved Victoria. That was a great movie.
I thought it was so cute, and I love the idea of a girl trying to be a boy, trying to be a girl, trying to be a boy, trying to be a girl. I had a lot of friends like that.
Victoria was really a movie for your parents. Because you're like, what?
I believe they're doing a remake of it with Clay Aiken now.
1930s, Paris. Julie Andrews plays Victoria, a lounge singer who basically is at the end of her rope.
I'll sleep with you for me, Bo.
Robert Preston gets the idea that if you dress like a man who's trying to be a woman, you'll get work.
Make it broader, with tons of shoulder. Remember, you're a drag queen.
I didn't really want to see Mary Poppins dressed as a man.
You know, I think I just found out Santa Claus didn't exist, and then that. It's like, whoa, this is really traumatic. I don't know what's going on.
I think she's pretty, but she's really a girl, but she's supposed to be a guy dressed as a... shut up! I don't understand.
It's a guy.
Who is really going to believe Julie Andrews is a guy?
Maybe I'm naive, but I feel like in real life, whenever I see gender-challenged people, I can spot them pretty easily. At least I thought so till that bar last night. Man, I could have sworn that was a dude, because I was all like, I was against the wall, and I'm like, give it to me. Found that out the hard way.
5 people are dead and a 6th near death in the Chicago area after they took Tylenol capsules that had been laced with poison.
Somebody put cyanide into the capsules, and 7 people died in Chicago.
Can I just say they never found the dude?
It was like crazy. Everybody just started throwing out their Tylenol. I ain't taking this.
After the Tylenol scare, everybody with a headache needed an official taster. My lady has a headache. It is fine, my lord.
You know what sucks? Is a person that had such an awful headache. Like right before they took it, they were like, I'd rather die. This headache is killing me.
The best advice from the Food and Drug Administration tonight is not to use any extra-strength Tylenol capsules until the mystery is solved.
You have to remember back then, all medicines were not tamper-resistant.
If I were you, I'd take precaution.
They had experts telling you, if you buy one of these and the seal, it's broken, and the cotton's out, and some of the pills are kind of wet, that might be a bad batch.
It's my belief that a safety seal would be most helpful in this situation.
Now it's like extra seal. They have like an alarm on it. I have a headache. Oh, they better open it. Oh, damn, combination. 6. Okay.
They've never caught him.
Check it for the safety seal. Check it for the safety seal. Check it for the safety seal.
Oh, the club. Take that off. Okay.
To this day, they don't know how the guy pulled it off. Maybe he and the anthrax dude are the same guy.
I don't mean to get all CSI. Has anyone pursued the theory that this was done by the safety seal industry to try to scare people?
Or for that matter, by the Bayer people.
Oh my God.
strange, the bizarre, the unexpected. We'll examine those subjects a man named Robert L. Ripley dared us to believe it or not.
That show was really awesome. It's the kind of show you don't want to watch, but you can't really look away from.
Jack Palance was the host of Ripley's Believe It or Not, and he scared you into watching it.
And you're going to meet him on our journey into the strange, the bizarre, the unexpected.
You're so frightening.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
They send out like a casting call for the most disgusting, weird, kind of psycho, dark, evil. Palance is available.
This evening we'll travel those same dark streets in Edinburgh where another sinister man once walked.
Get that man an asthma inhaler. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Every week on Ripley's Believe It or Not, a dude fell on a spike and survived. And had this x-ray shows how the spike came out through his nose.
Well, there was an epidemic of people sticking spikes through their nose just so they could get on TV.
It was the 80s.
The head is preserved here at the Silkeborg Museum in Denmark, just 6 miles from where the victim died 2,000 years ago.
It was like a live version of The Inquirer. You know, baby eats his own head at a wedding.
Can you imagine a man this small and you're able to put him in your pocket?
Did you know chewing gum comes in 5 different flavors? Believe it or not.
That show, it scared me at night. It definitely kept me up till wee hours of the morning.
My family, we used to watch Ripley's Believe It or Not at dinner time. Oh, check out the 3-headed embryo. Ooh. A lot of good meat on that. I could go with a 5-leg chicken right about now. I'm reaching for that.
Coming up, Stallone balls like a little baby / killing machine.
Crying and talking. Stallone. That's a hard Stallone to understand.
Rambo, First Blood next on I Love the 80s 3D, 1982. But first, craving some 3D bonus material and 80s ringtones? Then log on to VH1.com. Make sure to check out V-Spot.
Pay-per-view.
Guilty, Not Guilty of 1982.
The less than honorable Harry Anderson presiding. Defendant, one-hit wonder, Tommy Two-Tone. The charge, criminal negligence. Owners of the phone number 867-5309 were subjected to non-stop calls from like-minded jokesters looking for a good time with Jenny. The verdict, so friggin' guilty. The sentence, a lifetime of telemarketers calling day and night. Enjoy, Tommy. The court of 1982 is now in recess.
Rambo. John Jay?
Great movie. Love First Blood. A great date movie. First Blood's about a guy, John Rambo, who comes back from the Vietnam War and spends the next 10 years kind of trying to find himself and survive in regular society.
Starts getting hassled by the cop, by the man.
See some ID. All right, you're under arrest.
They push him, and they push him. And finally, he pushes back.
We find out that he's been like some super-duper special ops kind of agent hush-hush guy.
You don't seem to want to accept the fact that you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare. With a man who's the best. With guns, with knives, with his bare hands.
They just picked the wrong guy to with.
Green Beret. War hero. That's great.
What the hell's the matter with you guys? He's one man.
And that's the premise of it. It's like, how many small-town hick cops can we really make hurt in painful
Yeah, he didn't just kill him.
He hurt him.
Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us?
You send that many, don't forget one thing.
What?
A good supply of body bags. He had this knife, and he made like spears and all kinds of booby traps everywhere.
A branch will stick behind his neck, and he can't move. There was another guy got hit in the leg.
Punji stick through the leg. Through the leg, yes. That kind of grossed me out a little bit.
He ends up taking out the whole sheriff's department. He kills everybody with like twigs, flying ants, anything he can get hold of, a leaf.
You beat him with a skunk?
They deserve what they got from Rambo. They pushed them to the limit.
Watch yourself!
The best part about the movie was the end speech thing.
Richard Crenna comes. He's sort of like the lion tamer, the horse whisperer. John, it's okay. We're going to send you back to North Korea.
He didn't say anything the whole movie, Stallone. And then all of a sudden he has this, like, King Lear-like monologue at the end.
It wasn't my war. You asked me, I didn't ask you. It wasn't my war. It was your war.
Nobody knows what he's saying.
You protest me. Huh? Who the
Crying and talking. Stallone. That's a hard Stallone to understand.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
He's upset.
He should have got an Oscar for that one. I felt for Rambo.
I have to say First Blood was some of Stallone's best work. I do have to say that.
I love Sly Stallone.
They drew First Blood, not me.